Well, hello folks, hello everybody on YouTube land. My name's Ian and welcome to me garden. We've been doing the garden up, tarting it up, so that's why I've not been doing much work in the shed, but reasonably happy as far as I've got. Can't get any further until I start taking stuff from behind the bamboo curtain, which I've started to do. The new furniture's arrived, been set up. We've been doing some work with been painting the borders. I've been sorting my stones out. Everything seems to be in bloom. My clematis. Alright, wow, look at my clematis. So, well, that's about as much as I can do in the garden. The wife's happy with it, and that's the main thing. Although, once upon a time, that goes all the way back to the edge of the garage, and that table and chairs was set back there, and she wants that space back. To that end, I've getting ready for a weigh-in next week. So anything that's iron or aluminium or big things like this safe is going to have to be broken down. But that's the next video. This video is, yeah, don't look. I don't even put the light on anymore. It's too dim. Right. Been busy in here. Busy making, well, it's not making space, but making bigger things smaller. You know, I don't know about the folks in America, but our valves on the propane tanks, they have a stainless steel spring inside there, so that needs to be cut off. Right, I'm going to have a tidy up because I want to get that, I don't even want to call it control panel out. Basically it's just a big chunk of shred. I got it, you may recall, I got made redundant, lost my job last November. I mean, it's middle of June now. And I picked that up by a bit of a nefarious deal. And it's been moving round at the garage ever since. It needs to go. So, let me clear up and let's take it bits. Well, we're a number of hours later, and no, we haven't got the bench cleared yet. We've covered everything up. There's some dirty black clouds up there, so I think we're due for a little bit of inclement precipitation, I think. But I'll be alright, I'll be in shed. And just like that, just like magic, it's all cleared. Well, it's all been moved. I wouldn't say it's been cleared. It's sort of like stacked up everywhere. Right, but it does mean I can at least get that out. So, stick on this very dodgy looking tripod camera phone mount holder and see what we can see. Okay, so what have we got? Boosh. Neighbours just love me. Can we see that? So what have we got? Well, we've actually got a control panel off an industrial Armada HA400 steel cutting bandsaw. Scrap value wise, very little in it, I doubt. But that's not the reason I took it. I just wanted to know, curiosity. killed the cat, didn't it? Just what's inside of it. It's things like this that, you know, light me candle. I know if I'd have been a little lad and had my own shed, that'd have been brilliant, wouldn't it? You know, playing spacemen or whatever. You know, buttons to press. Could have maybe got my dad to wire it up to a battery and put lights on, but that's donkeys years ago. So, pretty self-explanatory. On, big red button that's not there for off. Space racing car, so that'll be speed. That could be a toys, I don't know. Down, so that's something to do with a saw blade. These are for the clamps, front clamps that hold it, and then those are the ones that move so that the steel forward, because it's an automatic saw. Round stock, bundle stock, coolant, on and off to a so you can set it to how many cuts that you want. N, could that be for Newton meters? Some sort of, you press that changes. And that's going to say what sort of material are you cutting, and to set that accordingly, which will either do the tension on the belt, whether you're cutting H section, channel, angle or round stock, and speed control, I guess. And if you're cutting hard material like Inconel, which is stainless steel, you commonly find Inconel in heating elements inside the cooker, etc., or fancy microwaves. Alright, enough chatting. Let's take it bits. It's on the reverse side is hydraulic fittings, and that's where all the cabling and wires come out. So if in doubt, give it a clout. See the screw, check it out, and you'll have good luck all day. Or is that found a penny? You'll have good luck all day. Too big. It's probably got nothing inside of it. Ooh, get lots of copper out of it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Time is of the essence. If in doubt, give it a clout. Do I want to keep a pipe clamp? Will it come in handy someday? No. That's a big chunk of rubber with some steel conduit all through it. Oh, look at that. Yes, look at that, all them singles. So let's turn it back over and see what we've got. That's just right. Okay, I'll go ahead and take all them out. And there we go. All the screws go in the tub. Wow. Well, that's simple enough, isn't it? Take that off, and it's just an hydraulic unit with everything being iron on it. could be tempted just to take winner copper washer. Every bit helps. What was I saying? Well, could I keep this maybe for some metal art? Because Ian's gonna come away from scrapping and going to be known as a metal artist. Yeah, right, I bet nobody believes that, so that goes to one side. Scrap wise, we'll just take these aluminium dials off, aluminium faceplate, and that's that. Oh. I'm just going to tilt that forward, because what we've got under there is a big buzz bar with held on by a couple of screws. Manual screwdrivers. You can't see this very well, can you? It's like being a gynecologist. Just get your hands in there and wheel around. And then that's oh, what the big fucking hell that was! Ah. That fell off the bench and rolled down my leg. Which hurt. Oh. Which hurt quite a bit. Let's get back to yeah, it's like having a baby. That hurt, that's bleeding, that is, I can tell. So, one box. I had to say 10 kilos. Right, I'm just going to have to inspect my leg, because I might be paying the scrap gods the dues on this one. What did I say? Can't remember what I said. It weighs, that weighs 10 kilos. 18 pence a kilogram. £1.80. Now this thing, when it fell off and decided to roll down my leg, it appears that one of these corners stuck into right at the back of my knee in the crease. What a place for it to land. Not bleeding, but it's sore. Well, I guess that kind of took the steam out of me. So I better put some steam back in me, hadn't I? Steam brew. It's a bit upsetting, that was. Still, put that there. Put that up there. Yeah, we've got all that cable, all that, all them goodies. So we're going as singles. I'm going to cut a piece off to see if it's worth stripping. If not, it'll go in as singles. Potato peeler, or vegetable peeler. Big keg from FBG garage. He uses one of these, and I know a few of us scrappers have turned onto it, because you just go like that and it peels off easy peasy. Look how easy that is. So even though it's fine hairy, seconds of a job. So I may not weigh that in as singles cables. If you're wondering what I mean by saying singles cables, as in it's singular insulated. Simple enough, isn't it? Right. So it was worth doing just to get that cable out. In fact, I'll weigh it. To weigh it, that means I've got to undo a million screws. So I'll get undoing all these screws and I'll give it a weigh. A bit of a pain, but these screws have got to go all the way out because they're held on with an eye, whereas these, as you can see, are only held on by a U, so they only need a little swizz like that to pull them off. Right, okay. Well, I'm taking a little bit of care in taking these out because this is obviously a counter timing system, and to somebody like dubious engineering, Howard, might, you know, possibly use something like that. Likewise, and I know Everyday Solars has a thing for switches, I'm taking the care to get these rather nice heavy duty switches off, put the capture nut back on, and you'll notice on the other end I just snipped the wires off because I'm going to keep that. That's going to come in handy sometime. And another one. In fact, I'll probably end up keeping all these switches because you never know when you need a good switch. I'm going to take the rest of them apart. Well, that was easy to strip, and not one hammer was used in this destruction. Oh, piece of aluminium sheet, bit more tin. Wow, that's heavy on its own, giving us that's 2 kilograms just on its own, that piece. Right, what was that, 5mm thick plate? Well, I'll be careful where I put it in case it falls over and does my other leg. Go on, I'll use my hammer. Well, makes it trinket. What are we going to do about this? I have to walk around in those holes. They're held on by Allen keys. There we go. It's not always brute force and ignorance. Right, I'll play around with it a bit, and to be honest, I need another eddy to. There we go. One aluminium knob. Well, I kind of like that knob, so I've taken a drill, tiny drill, and I've drilled through the centre of the Allen key, and then I'm slowly hammering a chunky piece too, that is, and you know why? Because it's iron. So can't beat an iron knob, can you? Yeah, I'll keep that. Might come in handy sometime. Another bit of aluminium. Get this plate off. Machine screws. And another chunky piece of plate, all for the scrap. And this valve, again, fortunately for the scrap, but let's have a bit of a I thought it might have been stainless. Right. Might actually go a little bit further and take this one to bits. Just don't know when to stop now. This is playing now, because all I've done is get hydraulic oil all over my bench, but I do get to keep some more copper washers. That's just a block. It's, you know, can I show you? There was actually some brass on here. A brass pressure relief valve. Out she comes. Why? Because I can. And besides, you never know when these quarter BSP to what appears to be 3/8 BSP union will come in handy. And likewise, this 90-degree fitting may also come in handy sometime. Right, okay folks, just going to tidy up a bit. So when I dismantled the buzz bar, all these things that they're not magnetic, so when I pull them off, I want to file on them the brass. So we're actually getting a little bit more scrap out of this than we thought we would. Well worth the pain. That one's got that screw in. I can't get it out, but I will get it out. That's way up. Yeah, just got to sort all this cabling out, get rid of all those zip ties. I'll nip myself now on these. It's not turning out to be a good day for me. Scrap gods are definitely taking the dues today. Bring the hands further down here. Look at all the cable ties. And they've all got to come off. Right, so that's the last of the cable ties cut off. I've got a nice piece of cable here that went to the ammeter. So again with the is it worth stripping? And just look how easy that is. Who needs a wire stripper? Me. Oh, I might as well do it all, haven't I? Well, that's a nice piece. Right, let's see what we've got. So what did we end up with? Well, we ended up with a bad leg, but apart from that, we've got some parts which I may or may not keep. I will keep if I want to make some. See, it's like that there. I can see that bent, and those being two eyes. Two eyes, you know, like on a snail. Speaking of snail, male snail, then I could make a big male snail like Ralph Murek. We weighed that. We got 2 kilos of single wire. So I stripped that, which showed you how easy that is. That should get me 1.5 kilos of bright copper. We got a handful of brass, a selection of electronic timers and switches. We've cut all the plugs off, and those are full of brass pins, which I may or may not take out. A couple of knobs and some aluminium. Not to forget the copper washers. So there we go. Ian's had a little bit of fun playing in his shed. Got dirty hands. Did I mention round about 15 kilograms of steel? Scrap Kingdom would say steel is the meal. Some interesting bits, like I say. Howard from Dubious Engineering I'm sure would make something out of this stuff. And I've got some space. Winner, winner. Apart from the sole leg, that is. Ian in his shed. Next video, the safe. Take care, everyone.